always been, I like telling stories, so that seemed to make sense. But I'm just really interested in like affairs and international like problems and things like that, and I want to not only make myself aware of what's happening overseas and in my own country and like around the world, but I want to make other people aware of what's happening as well. So journalism just seems to make sense, and I like writing, and I like I'm a lot better at writing than talking, obviously. So that seemed to. Well, I suppose to an extent, like sometimes I don't like to know what's happening in the world. It's just really depressing, and sometimes I do turn off the television because it just seems so repetitive and it's all really depressing, and you know, bombs and people dying and natural disasters and things like that. But I think that we need to have an awareness of what's going on around the world, especially so we can kind of appreciate our own. I hate to admit it, but I think there's always going to be racism and discrimination, no matter what the circumstances are. I think that's just, unfortunately, the human race, really. But I think if there was a bit more of an awareness, because I think there's a lot of stereotypes that are really inaccurate, so I think if there was more of an awareness, perhaps people would realise that their idea of race or something was wrong, and then maybe reevaluate that. I really am surprised that everything on the news is depressing, because I think if you actually really did do your research, there would be a lot of really great, exciting things happening in the world that should be expressed, but it always seems to be really depressing and upsetting, and